Welcome to another episode of Goal Setting Monday with the Loan Signing System. So excited to hear this is where every single Monday I help you set goals for the following week. Now that this is the very first Goal Setting Monday that happened on the first weekend of a month. So let's start some goal planning for a month ahead. What are your goals for May? How can we help you actually set those goals and reach those goals? Because goals without a plan is nothing more than a dream. So I'm so excited. I see a bunch of guys jumping on, saying hello. So if you're brand new to this episode and how this works is simply hit the little icon right here, I think. We're going to talk about your goals. Look like someone already wants to jump on. Let's say what's up. Who do we have here? Grant, I think is the gentleman's name. So you come on live with me. We talk about your goals. Grant, what's up, brother? How are you?
Hey, doing well, Mark.
Oh,
Great.
man,
How are you?
You are the very first person on here with the monthly goals. So today we do a little bit different, man. Let's talk about your goals for this month. They're usually weekly goals, but let's talk about a monthly goal and then how we can maybe break that in a couple of weeks. So talk to me, man.
Perfect. So I got your course a little over 2 weeks ago, passed the NNA, passed your exam, and I actually got my first request for a signing, but I had to turn it down because I don't have the stamp yet.
I love it. So you know the
Yeah.
system's working. So here, let me give you a little piece of advice, and then we'll get into some goals. Is you want to make sure you hit decline. So even though you can't take it, you still want to show the algorithms that you're a live profile. Does that make sense? Because
Yes.
SnapDocs probably has, my guess is 20,000 dormant accounts. So when the algorithms shoot you something, you do want to say, I'm here by hitting decline. So there's a big myth that by hitting decline, it makes you look bad. That's actually not true. Another nugget for everybody out there is signing services don't actually see that you hit decline, but the algorithms do. And that's what's so important. So you want the algorithm to keep feeding you notifications, because if you're not answering, it thinks that you're a dormant profile. Does that make sense? It's thinking that you're a dead profile. So even though you aren't getting them, just keep hitting decline, keep hitting decline. And when you're ready, obviously you're hard to say, hey, hitting accept. But until the man, go all the databases, everything I taught you in the course. As you start getting those notifications, hit decline. So you're letting the algorithms know that you're a real live profile. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So what's your goal for the next 30 days, man? Let's talk about that.
So honestly, I've been in real estate for the past 7 years, and I think we'll probably talk more about this on our one-on-one, but I'd like to go direct right out of the gate, not mess around and just fire away. So yeah, I mean, I think just kind of touching base with escrow officers that I have relationships with already and just using your scripts and doing that. So I think a realistic goal for this month would like to get at least one title agency escrow officer to start giving me deals, or at least, have something lined up.
Okay, let me jump in real quick, dude. I love your goals. I think it's beyond attainable, especially for you because you've been in real estate. A couple things I want to touch on though. So first off, go direct right out of the gate. I believe every one of you students should go direct right out of the gate. I always make the joke, whether you're signing paperwork for a signing service or signing paperwork for a real estate company, it's all the same paperwork. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But what I don't want to do, as I've coached thousands of signing agents, my realtor students tend to really come out of the blocks almost too fast. So what I want to make sure you're doing is studying all the materials. Remember, repetition is the mother of learning. What I don't want you to do is get to reverse mortgage closing, because one of your clients has to reverse mortgage closing and you only went through the reverse mortgage part of the course one time. So what I want to make sure you're doing is go through the modules at least 2 or 3 times before you get out there. But the cool part, you don't have your stamp yet. So what I want to do is make sure that you're utilizing the downtime before the stamp comes to really dig into the paperwork. So make sure you're going over the reverse mortgage 2 or 3 times. Make sure you're going over the home equity line of credit a few times. Don't just be like, Mark, I know the terminology, so I'm ready to hit the road running. Because remember, one missed signature in a reverse causes a funding condition. You need to make sure you're prepared for every signing type you're going to get. So what I would tell you for at least this week is, you've already said you passed my certification. What I would want you to do for at least this week is to go back over the modules at least a couple more times. Because when you get to that direct, remember, you only have one shot to make a good first impression. So you're like, oh, Grant, here's your first reverse mortgage. And you're like, so, remember, it's not just purchases and refinance out there. It's everything, right? Could be a seller package. You get that. You've been in real estate. So just make sure you're prepared for each one. So my biggest advice and goal for you is really don't put the cart before the horse. slow down, really go over the forms 1, 2, 3 or more times. You got at least a couple more weeks, my guess, until that comes in the mail. But utilize the time to study, and I think you're gonna hit the ground running, man. The right you get on that 101, get on that 101 with me maybe a week's end or mid next week, and then we'll bang out that marketing plan and business attack plan to get that direct business. That sound fair?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, man, dude, I'm so excited. Welcome to the family, bro. And I'm gonna end with this, man. All my students who have previous real estate experience scale so much quicker for very obvious reasons. So you should be excited. The hardest part that I had to do to teach people is how to get connections. You have those built in. So just use the scripts. I'll sit down with you on that one-on-one. We'll really make a game plan. But dude, you should be excited. It's gonna be an epic purchase season going into the summer. So let's go.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
All right, man. Check in with me next week. Go through the modules. So your goal for this week, even though you finish the modules, go over them again. Because I want to make sure you're prepared for anything they throw at you. Fair enough?
Cool. Yep.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you next week, bro. Nice
Sounds
to meet
good.
you, man.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome.
You too.
So Grant jumped off number 1. Who wants to jump back on? So if you're brand new to this episode, if you're brand new to the lives that I do every single Monday, people come on, hit the little video icon right here or right there on your screen and jump on. Let's talk about some of your plans for the coming week, for your plans for the coming month, and how I can help you hold yourself accountable like I did with Grant, right? He already in the business. Sometimes my students who are already in the business tend to go through the training a little bit too quick. You almost become a little bit too, oh, I got this. Remember, just because you're a realtor doesn't mean that you've seen a reverse mortgage in your lifetime, in your career. So you really got to make sure that every single part of the way you're doing. So if you're out there as a new student or someone just jumping in the industry and you've been a part of the industry, you slow down, make sure you do every single part of the course and you're good. So who we have up next? Someone else jump in. Come on. Hit that account button right there. Add video button. Let's talk about your goals for the week. Who is out there? Natural Pretty's got my certificate and I haven't started. I'm nervous. Nervous is okay. Hit that little button right there. Let's talk about those nerves and how we can help you get through those nerves so you can build your loan signing agent business. Goal setting Mondays, where every single Monday I come on and help you build goals and a plan so you can actually follow through what you want to do as a loan signing agent for the following week. So it looks like I have some people that are shy. Push yourself outside of that comfort zone. Hit the little button right here. There's 100 of you guys on right now. Hit that little button right there. And let's join. Let's talk about your goals. What are your goals for the following week? How can I help you hold yourself accountable? Because, we got someone coming right now. Love it. All right, we're ready for JP or JG Paloma. I only know your Instagram name, so come on, introduce yourself. Where are you from? Oh, what's up? What's up? How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. I only know your Instagram name, so let me know your name and where you're from, and let's get it going.
So my name is Jackie. I'm from here in San Diego.
Oh, love it, love it. Welcome, Jackie. So let's talk about some of your goals for the entire month, and then we'll break down for the week. So by the end of this month, what do you hope to accomplish?
Do my first signing.
I love it. Okay, amazing goal. Let's backtrack that goal. Okay, so are you a loan signing system student?
Passed it back in November.
Okay, love it. So,
I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being so inspirational, so motivational. And I mean, the biggest part for me was losing the fear, overcoming that, and being thankful always, like you say. My wife is that girl. And I'm ready.
So I love it. You are ready. You are ready. Let me tell you right now that you are amazing. You have to believe that. You know why I know you're amazing? I'm going to tell you why, okay? 97% of this country works for 3%. Let me say that one more time. 97% of America works for 3% of America. So what do I mean by that, Jackie? Is that 97% of Americans are too scared to start their own business. 97% of America doesn't believe in themselves enough to take the risk and gamble on them. You do. So don't discount your bravery. Don't discount your courage. You are more courageous than 97% of America. Like, think about that. So don't discount. There's people watching this right now who are too scared to even try to become a signing agent because their nerves are holding them back. You didn't let that happen. So you are amazing. That's what I'm saying. You have a beautiful smile. I can feel your aura. Like, this is your time. This is you. You are ready. Your why in the backseat. I have the same why. It's they need to know that mom is brave and full of courage and is not afraid to take risks. Everything you've already done to get to this point. So you have already shown how brave and how courageous and how amazing and what a great role model you are for your why in the back seat. So this is what I need from you this week, okay? So I need from you this week. Okay, go on.
I have a question or a doubt. So I've already signed up for some signing services and I've gotten some requests, but I also do have another job. So that kind of makes it harder for me. And I also have some contacts. So I lost that fear, which was like, I guess, the hardest part of it all, being more brave. You know, I'm putting myself out there. I got in contact with one of the loan officers I know, and he works with Amrock. So, of course, we know Amrock says you need to have 100 signings. I don't have that yet. I got in touch with my realtor.
Hold on. Just time out real quick. So we have literally thousands of students who don't have 100 signings and still work for Amrock. So what I need you to do is keep emailing Amrock, keep emailing their notary form page, and persistence will beat resistance. Jump in that Facebook group. You will literally see thousands of students. So Amrock, the only thing Amrock's trying to do is prevent the new signing agent. So you need to be persistent. Be like, here's why you need to give me a shot. Go through the script. Keep being persistent. No exaggeration, Jack. We have so many students who are 1 month in and are Amrock approved. And the only thing you got to do is just keep telling them, keep telling them, keep telling them. So just because there's a wall doesn't mean you can't build a door. So I want you to continue to ride with that because they'll give you more business than just the loan officer friends you know. And so what I want you to also do is also try to leverage your loan officer friend to put in a good word with you for Amrock. Your job is to kind of push all those different directions, okay? I promise you, if you do that, every other day you're emailing them, they will approve you. Number 2 is what I want to coach you on too is, you know, make sure that you set that one-on-one up with me. Have we had that one-on-one yet?
I did, yeah.
Okay, here's what I want.
About a month ago.
Okay, cool. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'll give you another one of those. Let's get back on there. I want to help you through some of those nerves you're still possessing because I want you to understand that so many signing agents allow the nerves to prevent them from walking into an escrow office. You're going to realize, Jackie, that when you walk in there, they're going to be like, you're the only notary this week to walk in. So I love that you're working past those fears and those nerves. But remember, no one's going to know you're open for business unless you tell them, Jack. And
I was actually going to walk into an escrow office today, but I was thinking, I know there's a right day to walk into the office, and I'm like, I don't think a Monday is a good day.
Okay, let me stop you real quick on that, Jack, and I hope everyone's listening. There are better times and better days, full transparency. However, when you're a new signing agent, the winning is in the doing. I don't care if it's 6 a.m. on a Tuesday. I just want you to get in because you can't get past those nerves until you start doing repetition, right? So, and another thing is, you know, the reason I don't coach you students on the best time is because then all of a sudden you create reasons and excuses not to walk in. Oh, it's not Wednesday at 3. I'm gonna put this off till next week. And then next week you find another excuse on why not to walk in. I want that out of your mind. I just want you walking in, introducing yourself, and telling people how awesome you are. Remember the law of reciprocity, everything I teach you. Remember, you're not asking for a yes or no. You're going in there and you're using the script and letting them know that you're ready and available. Okay, so I want you to just push past the fear. So here's the goal for this week: to walk into one title office. Doesn't matter what time, doesn't matter one day, and just do what you're taught to do. Show law of reciprocity. Use the script. You're not asking for a signing. Remember that. It's not a yes or no. It's not like, will you give Jackie a signing or not? It's, I'm here, ready and available if you need me, and then use the script. So the hard part's walking through those front doors. So I want you this week, no matter what time it is, okay, to go in and just introduce yourself. I live in San Diego with you. It's an amazing market. But remember, these escrow officers don't know you're available if you don't go in there. Because remember, Jackie, there's going to be a moment at the escrow officer during the week where they have a 7:30 appointment and their notary is stuck in traffic. Their notary couldn't make it. They're going to need you. So make sure you're just pushing past your fear, believing in you, remembering how amazing you are. And then here's the last thing I'm going to end with you is most notaries are part-time. So that is not a hindrance. Literally, the majority of our students work part-time in the business, not full-time. So don't let that in the back of your mind fester like something's going to prevent you from building business. Not true. Most signings are 5, 6, 7, 7:30 at night. Even if you're full-time, you're still working evenings, okay? So lastly, when you walk into these title and escrow companies, they don't need to know that you're part-time. All you're saying is I'm willing and able. And if you get a notification midday, then you simply respond with I'm busy, ask them for another time that may work, and go from there. But you don't need to worry about anything outside of just pushing past that fear. Jack, you're amazing. Okay. This is what I want you to remember. Okay. I want you to remember this, Jackie. 97% of America is not as brave as you. You are brave. You're full of courage. You're amazing. You're an amazing role model for your why in the back seat. So remember, right before you walk into that office, why am I pushing past my fear? It's for that one. All right? One escrow office this week, and then follow up with me on Monday. Follow up in the Facebook group. Let me know how that goes. Fair enough?
Got it.
You are amazing. Let's go.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you next week, girl. Go get them.
Thank you.
All right,
I will.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. That was amazing. Jackie is amazing. Jackie's brave. I mean, look, every single one of you out there who kind of hear Jackie's story and your story. Oh, my man, Jose, what's up?
What's up, Mark? How you doing?
Let's go, baby. How are you?
Oh man, do I gotta tell you. I spoke to you about three weeks ago.
You joined?
And I set my goal. I set my goal, man, and I got my first signing.
Woo! Everybody else, drop some clapping emojis for our boy, Jose.
And boy, I went through hoops and everything just to get this one signing, man. It was crazy.
Hold on. How good does it feel?
It feels great, man. It feels great.
Good. I mean, look, dude. You have
goosebumps, man. I got goosebumps.
You have a cash flowing business.
Little by little, it's going to go up.
Dude, let's go. Okay, cool. Congratulations. You know what I tell you guys? You got to stop to smell the roses, but just for a minute. Let's take this next step. What's the goals for this week, man?
This week's goal is to finish the course. Of course, I mean, I passed your test and everything, and it's just to finish up and do that one-on-one with you. But yeah, man, it was crazy. I'm sure you read it. You read my post. And by God, man, by the grace of God, I went through it.
I love it. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. But here's what I want to talk about. You said something very generically. I want to finish the course. Let's break that down, man. See, the problem with setting goals is everyone has an idea what the end goal is going to be, but not how they're going to get there. So this is what I need from you then. To finish the course, I want you to dedicate a minimum of 1 hour a day to the course. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care if you need to stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning. You need to commit to an hour a day, because it's great you have the goal of getting through the course, but like how you actually going to get there. So what happens is people ending up going, oh, it's Friday. Let me cram in 6 hours. Cramming in 6 hours isn't the best way to learn. It's taking bite-sized chunks, okay?
Yep.
So what I want from you this week is today, a minimum of an hour every day. That's 5 hours through the end of the week. Maybe it's 2 hours. But whatever it is, I need you to be consistent. I need you to do every single day. That's a commitment to you. I don't care if you have 47 different family things going on. You need to commit to that 1 hour a day. Are you going to commit to that with me?
Yes, sir, I am.
Those are the goals, right? And then by the end of the week, you have a minimum of 5 hours. Now, if you can schedule 2 hours a day, cool. But let's start off with an hour. Let's make sure you hit that hour solid. And I want you to finish the course, because then the reason I'm pushing you to do that, because me and you need to get that one-on-one, so we get that business strategy plan rocking and rolling. Okay?
Yeah.
But I don't want you just making this laissez-faire, like, oh, I'm going to finish your course, Mark. No. I'm going to do an hour a day, 2 hours a day, whatever that is. Don't let yourself down. Make sure you're doing that hour or two. and let's get to that live strategy session. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. He does.
All right. So I'm expecting you on the live strategy session at the minimum next week. But ideally, let's try to even make it through the end of this week here and let's get you on that live strategy session, man. Because you should now, dude, you should be excited. You know the system's real.
Man.
You know the system works. You know there's money to be made. You know your life's going to be changed, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And to everybody that hasn't done one yet, and that how you were talking about nervous, man, I was nervous, but you know what? Once when you're there in person, it's a whole different strategy. Like it just kind of comes to you. Of course, I didn't know what to say because it was a refi property investment trust. And I was, man, I as soon as I had 30 minutes to like prep, I was super scared. My stomach was in knots. Just the whole.
Right, you got through it, right? You got through it.
Oh man,
we get to these appointments, and it's just like, wow, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Look, point blank for everybody listening, and Jose will also say the same thing: is experience is our best teacher. Doing the signing is the best. I'm going to prepare you for the moment, but the moment's going to mold you into an expert signing agent. There is no course on anything in America that will replace what experience can teach you. So I'm just proud of you for buckling up, going in for the ride, using experience, and now it's not that bad at all. But dude, your goal is to see me next week on a live video strategy session. Your goal is to set aside a little bit of time every day, Jose. I don't want you missing today, okay? So an hour at least. All right, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to see you next week on this webinar. Keep posting us in the Facebook group of your progress, man. But dude, it's an honor to be on this journey with you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And big shout out to everybody on the Facebook group, man, because without the veterans helps and everybody just helps, man. And it was one of the best things out there. It's a good resource for everybody on the LSS.
I love it. I always tell people the Facebook group is arguably better than my course. Like, people don't know how amazing our community is until you're part of our community. You know what I mean? And so for anyone out there watching, be part of the Loan Signing System family, man. It's legit. It's a real family.
Perfect. Sounds good, Mark. Thank you. And,
all right, brother. I'll see you next week, man. Keep crushing it. Let's go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. How epic was that? Jose got his first signing last week. Look, Jose admitted that he was a little nervous. We're all going to be nervous on something we've never done before. So I need you to push past those nerves. Remember, success is on the other side of your fear. Your life changes on the other side of that fear. Successful people all have fear. They just don't let fear hold them back. Let's get somebody else back on here. I'm excited. This is amazing right now. All right. Let's go with Solamente. Looks like it is. Her name is Sophia. What is up with Sophia? All right. Are you guys loving Loan Signing System goal setting Mondays? Let's go. Sophia, what's up? What's up? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm better that you're here with me. I'm excited. So let's talk about it. Sophia, where are you from, first off?
San Francisco.
Oh, good old the Bay Area. Go Giants. Giants fan, just FYI.
All
right, girls. So let's talk about what are some of your goals for this week?
So I just wrote down marketing to 4 more direct escrow offices. And that kind of has to do with my question. So last week I did direct marketing, which makes me so nervous because I'm a people person. I'm very social, but I typically stay back and observe, and you can't really do that in this kind of situation where you're just walking up cold and introducing yourself.
Sophia, real quick,
I did it last
Sophia,
week.
real quick, if I can jump in. Because I want you to help someone else who also experienced those nerves, right? So let me ask you a couple questions on your experience. Was anybody rude to you when you walked in?
No.
Right? I think there's a misnomer that the people on the other side of the reception are going to be like, oh my God, get out of here. Go away. Right? I mean, you might have also had some of those feelings of like, oh, but no one was rude, right? Is that a fair enough statement to make?
Fair enough.
Right.
Yes.
And so look, it's always going to be nerve-wracking trying to do something you've never done before. That's called a learning curve. But the fact that people are not rude. I think it's a little bit scary as if they're going to be mean to you or something. And you just said that no one was mean to you, right? And so, look, it's not as scary as people think it's going to be. And that's why I'm just helping you walk through that. So thank you for letting other people know, because you pushed past those nerves and you went in. So let's talk about something that you want to talk about. So ask me some questions.
Yeah. So with that direct, so San Francisco is still, I mean, you know, we're in COVID, right? So San Francisco has been extremely strict with, you know, with any indoor, most escrow offices are still closed to the public. And so last week when I did my direct marketing, there was, you know, I mean, doors were closed and I had to knock and hi and be very, and so it was very short. There wasn't time to really talk a lot. There wasn't time to socialize. Yeah. It was just, here's my card, please call me. I did get a call from one, and I did a signing over the weekend, which was great.
Hold on, stop. So how many directs did you go into last week? 4, you said?
Well, that's my plan for this week. Last week, I think I went into, no, I did go into 4 last week too.
So I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. You went into 4 last week and 1 called you for a signing.
Yes.
Okay. Just for the record, that's a 25% closing ratio. That is insane. What signing agents need to understand, Sophia, and I want you to understand, is you saw 3 people told you, didn't call you, 1 person, you see that as a failure. That's insane. To think that you're going to get 50% of people to use you is not realistic. So why are you discouraged by that? Why is anybody discouraged? Like 25%, you should be jumping off the roof. Could you imagine if you're a car salesman and 25% of people walked on that lot, bought a car? How rich do you think car salesman would be?
Yeah,
so
right.
Girl, 1 out of 4 is unbelievable. Like no, literally unbelievable. I would tell you as your mentor, if 2 out of 10 gave you a signing, you're crushing it. That's 20%. So 1 out of 4 is amazing, Sophia. Like, instead of seeing like last week as anything but a success, you need to be like, oh my God, because you need to go to all your salesman friends and be like, hey, what's a good closing ratio for you? They're going to tell you 10%. If I got 25% of people watching this live right now, taking my course, I would be so happy. I don't. I get maybe 10% of people watch my stuff. So girl, 1 out of 4 is amazing. So if you think that you anything but kicked butt last week, I need to change your mindset, because a 25% closing ratio is insane. I hope everybody hears that. 2 out of 10 is what I want you shooting for. Like, to me, that's 20% is a great closing ratio. 1 out of 4 is like beyond amazing. That's what makes this business so great, is you go in, say my script, 1 out of 4 people use you. That doesn't happen in any other business. Does that make sense? So you killed it. Okay. Like you killed it. So whatever feelings, if I didn't kill it last week, like, you killed it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So next question. Topic.
So given that that San Francisco is still, like, escrow offices are mostly still closed to the public, I've been thinking about, like, well, what other things can I do to kind of get in the door? Do I need to start mailing postcards? You know, and that because this morning I actually returned documents.
Let me just pause you real quick. You've watched all the videos on how to market during the pandemic, right? In the course?
No,
okay.
I haven't.
Well, okay. I'm going to have to be your coach real quick. Okay. I'm going to be your coach real quick. You know, that's like getting frustrated with the physical trainer that they're not losing weight because you're not going to the gym, girl. You can't be like, oh, Mark, how do I market during the pandemic if you haven't watched the videos on how to market through the pandemic? You know, we have literally thousands of people marketing right now in the middle of the pandemic. So go back in the course. You're paying for that, right? The care packages, like things of that nature, the scripts, like you got to watch everything you're paying for. I get a lot of students who are like, oh, Mark, I can't get realtor business. And I'm like, have you watched the video on how to get realtor business? Oh, I haven't. Well, that's on you. So it's not on me. So a lot of your answers are what you've already paid for. So here's actually the goal that I want you to set for this week. I want you to stop worrying about marketing direct. And I want you to go back into the course, because what I don't want is wasted effort. So what I don't want is you going to a thing, to a title company, dropping the ball when you should have already had an understanding what to do. That's on you. So this is a classic story of a new signing agent trying to put the cart before the horse. You got to slow down, go back in the course. Like literally, we have students making $100,000 in the pandemic because they're learning from me how to market in the pandemic. You're trying to figure out how to do it on the fly. You got to stop that. That's my coaching to you, right? If you want to lose weight, you got to go to the gym every day. If you want to build a signing agent business, you got to put in the work of studying a little bit more. Have we had our one-on-one that comes in the course?
No.
That's my point, girl. Like you're trying to put the cart before the horse, and that's why you're not getting the success that you want to get. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does this make sense to all the students out there watching? And but here's what I'm going to say, Sophia, on a positive standpoint. Okay, I can't teach effort, and you're giving it. I love that. But what I don't want is wasted effort. That's what you're doing right now. What you're trying to do is you're trying to run a marathon with never running a 5K before. And then you're frustrated, like, well, how come I can't finish a marathon? Well, it's like, dude, you've never ran a 5K, a 10K, a 15K. That's what you're trying to do right now. You're like, Mark, I want more direct business, but like, you haven't watched the video, Soph. So, Mike, and this is why I do goal setting Mondays. So your goal today, over the next week, is to finish everything in the course. Stop marketing. That's my coaching. Stop. Finish the course. Set up the one-on-one with me. Let's get that done by next Monday. Okay? You have a full week ahead of you. So you have time to go out and market, which tells me you have free time to study. I understand that going to the gym stinks. That's why no one goes to the gym. But you cannot expect to lose weight and not go to the gym. My analogy is, you cannot expect to get direct business and not study the material on how to get direct business. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have literally videos on how to market during the pandemic, and then I want you to watch those. And then if you have any questions on those, let's get on the one-on-one, and I'll walk you through. Well, Mark, I didn't get this part of that video. Okay, cool, let's talk about that. This is not the appropriate place, by the way, because this is they're all LSS students, but you have specific spots where you can ask me those questions, okay? So get on that one-on-one with me. Finish. I did a course update like 2 weeks ago on realtor updates, script updates. Or did you watch any of that?
Yeah, some.
Okay, so see the word some. I don't like the word some. I need you to watch all. See, I'm going to end with this with you, Jack. So you got to have, remember I teach you in the course, you got to stop thinking like an employee. See, an employee wants to win the race today. And a business owner understands that you got to put all the work in to get to here. You still have the employee mindset that I want to kind of switch over to a business owner mindset where I got to put in the work. Because it's already proven everything works. You're doing a 25% closing ratio. Amazing. Imagine if you would have got a 50%. So go back in the course, start from the beginning, go to market materials, make sure you're in the business video strategy sessions. Let me ask you another question. Are you on the live strategy sessions with the six-figure signing agents every week?
No.
See, that's another. I hope everyone's listening.
So I just started. I've been a notary for years, and am only doing this kind of evening and weekends, and so I'm taking a very slow. I've done loan signings previously, and then got back into it, and so it's
cool. So, but my coaching is this. So first off, I love it. I just want to kind of coach you the best I can. Is some of my students, see why the students who have never ever experienced are some of my best students is because they know nothing and they go all in on the materials. I have students like you who already have a little bit of background and they think, oh, I only need 25% of what Mark's teaching. But you put 25% of what I'm teaching and you want 100% of the effort, the rewards, and you're not going to get the rewards if you're not watching everything you teach. So your goal is to slow down, slow way down. Because I know you have a six-figure business in you, but you're literally trying to run a marathon, but never want to put in the work to run a 5K. Does that make sense? So you got to put in the effort in the beginning so I can get you to six figures. But I can't have this pandemic conversation if you're not watching the videos on the pandemic. I'd rather you ask me, hey, Mark, I don't understand this part of what you taught. So I can like, cool, great question. Let's talk about that. But I can't teach you right here in 10 minutes what 3 hours of videos can teach you, but you need to put in the efforts in the training. That's a Sophia issue. You know what I mean? And so you got to make sure you're putting in the time and not get in the habit of, oh, I want all the rewards, but not willing to put in the work. Does that make sense? So girl, I know you have the ability to make a ton of money because you do what so many people won't do. And that's actually go and talk to a title company. But what I need you to do is put in the time in your training first. Is that fair? So this reason we have goal setting Mondays. So your goal for the end of this week is to finish the entire course. Okay. Then I want you to jump on that 101 with me. Okay. Now remember, so I know you're doing this part-time. I think I told someone earlier that most signing agents are part-time.
Yeah.
So that's great. But remember, you're paying for marketing training from other six-figure signing agents. So if you want business, $5,000 a month part-time, make sure you're doing everything you're paying for. Because I have six-figure signing agents teaching their training to you. That's included. That's not an extra fee. You know, you just can't expect the results without the work. And I think that's a little bit what's going on right here. But that's why you have a coach to kind of, you know, put you in gear a little bit. And so take advantage of everything you're learning. But I promise you this, is once you digest everything, you'll never need to go back to the course again. You just can't want this without doing all of this. You know what I mean? Because, girl, I got scripts. You got trainings from other signing agents, not just me, that make 6 figures or 7 figures. Learn from all of us. That's what the training is. It's not just me. Our training last week, was from a 6-figure signing agent in Utah. He told you exactly what it does to get business in Utah. My point is, you can learn marketing techniques from everybody that you can apply in SF. And everyone's dealing with the same issues, right? Yeah. I mean, the live training last week, you could have been like, hey, what are you doing to get through the pandemic? Like, my point is, I give you a platform where you can ask a ton of people, not just me. So make sure you're using everything you're paying for. And girl, it's all included. I'm not trying to get more money from you. You know what I mean? So next week, I'm going to see you back. And then hopefully next week, I'm going to see you on a live video strategy with me. Fair enough? Okay. All right, okay. Go get them. I'll see you next week. Let's go.
All right.
All right. Let's get someone else on. Mr. Price, I think his name is. And then Deidre, if you're still there, let's go. Okay, like I was coaching her on, is I want everyone to realize that this is a real business. I don't have a magic pill, but if you put in the time and effort to learn, I can teach you how to make a lot of money, but you got to put in the time. This business is simple. Oh, my man, what's up?
Hello. How are you all?
Let's go. How are you, brother?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good, man. Okay, so I only know your Instagram name. So what's your name? Where are you from? And let's get started.
Real name is Mitch Price. Out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Love it.
And I was able to get into the Facebook group too. Good. The Attorney State Facebook group.
Yep.
Okay, so good. I did want to let you know that after about, going back and forth, we was able to get that done. So I'm glad for that. My goals for this week is to finish. Right now I'm doing the NNA training. They offer direct training through the NNA, and of course finishing your course as well. And I guess I'm gonna try to get I'm trying to look to see if I can get a printer this week too.
All right, well let's slow down on some of that, man. So look, like you gave me 3 great goals. Okay, so again, what you got to do here is we got to chop those bad boys into smaller goals. So you just got to make a commitment every day, Mitch. I think I was telling Jose, maybe if I remember correctly, that put in an hour every day, put in an hour and a half every day. That's the goal I need from you. Is just put in because I don't want the end of the week to come by and you're like, oh, well, I'm still halfway through the NNA course. I'm still halfway through Mark's course. You know what I mean? The reason you're going to end the week with like, oh, I'm just going to, you're halfway done through a course because you're not putting in specific actionable items. So, dude, I think you can probably put an hour aside a day. That's 5 hours. Maybe if you can do an hour in the morning, hour in the evening. But my point is, Mitch, I need you to put in specific hours of the day you're going to study because I want you to get done with this by the week's end. Like, dude, we need to be on the business building process next week. The longer that you put off the training, it's just the less you're preventing your business from growing. The second thing I want you to do this week too is reach out to Kishana, Kyshawna, Kishana Morel.
Slow down with me. Hold up. Yeah, I'm writing everything down.
So I want you to reach out to Kishana.
Okay.
She's in Georgia.
Okay.
She's probably our most successful Georgia student. In fact, I know she is, frankly. She's in the Facebook group, and she's in both Facebook groups, the 6-figure and the Attorney State group.
Okay.
Find her, reach out to her. She's super duper nice. She's doing $8,000 a month in Georgia, which is the most difficult state to be a signing agent in, just because you can't get that direct business. But she's still doing it. So my point is, I want you to pick her brain and be like, girl, what are you doing? What are you adding to Mark's course? I don't claim I bring all you guys together. So use her as a resource. You know what I mean? and get on her and be like, hey girl, what are you doing? What are you adding, Mark? She's super nice. She'll totally give you a talk. But message her on Facebook. So the two things I want you to get done by the end of the week is reaching out to Kashana.
Okay. Can I get that spelling of her name real quick?
Kyshawna.
Kashana. Okay.
Okay. And
All right.
then I want you to put away an hour a day to get through that. Because, dude, I need you on that live video training session next week. Me and you, one-on-one, banging out how we're going to build your business together.
Okay.
But you can't get there if you're still kind of putting off the training. You know what I mean? So I know I talked to you last week, and so I want you to just bang this out. Your goal for this week is just bang out the training. That's 2 hours a day, every day this week, whatever it is. Maybe it's 2 hours a day up until Sunday. And then next Monday, we're on that live strategy session. But I need to get you on that live strategy session. There's money on the table waiting for you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So get through all the course, get through the prerequisites. But again, man, set aside an hour or two a day. Be consistent with that. Don't be like, oh, snap, I forgot about yesterday, so I'm going to put in 4 hours today. That's how people get kind of backlogged. You know what I mean? Every day, hour, hour and a half. All right, bro?
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. I'll see you next week, bro. Let's go. All right, who's up next? I love these. It looks like I got Deidre coming up. Deidre, we got about 2 more people. I hope you guys are loving Loan Signing System Goal Setting Mondays. This is where I help, like Mitch. I used to help Mitch try to set some specific goals through the end of the week to help you grow a signing agent business. So I see some of you guys who are excited about becoming a signing agent. Click the link in my bio. All the information you need there. We're waiting for Deidre. If she doesn't answer, I'm going to jump in for somebody else. Oh, Dee, is that you? What's up?
Hello. Happy Monday.
Oh my gosh, happy Monday. Go, so report back. Talk to me.
All right. So I started in April with the signing business. I did get 4 signings.
Hey, hold on. Let's give you a round of applause. So everybody, I hope you heard that. Her first month in, she had 4 signings her first month. Like, what do you want in a new business outside of, I don't know, have a cash flowing business within the first 30 days? Are you kidding me, Dee? Okay, yeah. Well, let's take this to the next level, girl. What are some specific goals for this week to keep growing this thing?
So this week I have, I usually spend an hour to 2 hours a day doing this signing list.
Okay.
Continue to sign up for signing services at this time. I'm completing the extra training in the course that you added on there. And then I'm hopefully just trying to just get signings in. This has been kind of slow, but I have a refi tomorrow, actually. So
love it. Well, no, here's a couple things. I'm going to be honest with you. First off, Dee, I'm so freaking proud of you. You just like looked at a to-do list. You told me your goals. Like, girl, I am so proud. I wish every student did what you did. But here's what I heard a little bit, though, and I want to make sure I'm talking about your mindset a little bit, okay? You know, it's a little bit slow. Girl, you're 30 days in. It's not slow. This is just the normal build for a business, right? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You know that, right? But what I want to do is I don't want discouragement to set in. I mean, your first 3 days, you did 4 signings. Like, that's my point. You see what I'm saying? Yes. So it's not slow. It's just what it takes to build a business. If you're doing 4 signings a month in your 6th month, fair enough, it's slow. But you're now 40 days in. It's not slow.
Right.
People, the algorithms need to know you exist. You know what I mean? You're still signing up for signing services. So get the word out of your head that it's slow. Because, I mean, honestly, 4 signings first month, I wish every student would get that, right? So I have some students who don't get their 4 signing until the end of their 2nd month. So I actually think you're crushing it. So that's the mentality I want to work on right now. This is the normal growth of a business. To think that you should be 20 signings in your first week of your 2nd month is just setting your own self up for failure. That's what I don't want to do. Does that make sense? So just kind of, you know, realize that this is a normal growth. Okay, but here's what I heard. So now we got that out of the way. This week, have we had our live video strategy session yet?
Is that the mentorship one when you finish? Yes.
The one-on-one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So remember the one-on-one, the real estate agent trip. I want you to go in there and make sure you're rewatching the video on how to get realtor business. It's the most overlooked way of getting business direct. Because remember, real estate agents can tell the title company to use you, right?
Right.
So at the end, so utilize that. That's probably the easiest way, especially for a rookie signing agent where you're a little bit nervous about walking to a title company. All you new signing agents should use the realtor approach because we all know a realtor somewhere. So this is what I want you to do. This is this week's goal. I want you to write a list down of every realtor that you know in your warm market. Okay. Now, on that list, I want you to write friends who own homes, because guess what they know? They know a realtor, obviously. So, because sometimes when students write this list, they're like, well, I only know 2 realtors. And then I go, do you know anyone who owns a home? Well, like 8 of my friends own homes. Well, do you think they all know a realtor sold them the house? So on this warm list, I want you to put 2 different sections.
Okay.
Someone that you know specifically, okay? So I have one friend in church is a realtor, whatever. And then a second list of all the friends that you know that own homes.
Okay.
Okay? That's your second segment. And then your third segment is people like in your social media. You might not have heard from them for like 4 years, but you just know they're a realtor, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to attack each one. The people you know specifically, the people who you know through secondary friends, and then kind of your social media, which would be your least warm market.
Okay.
And then I want you to reach out to each people on those lists. Your friends that own homes, be like, hey, can you put me on on an email with a real estate agent that sold you your house? Of course I can, no problem, D. You know what I mean? And so kind of attack that list. So that's what I want you to work on the direct business. Don't get overwhelmed in the beginning on trying to walk right into title companies.
No.
I've done that before. Work through your warm market of the realtors. You have a video on how to get step by step. Don't recreate the wheel. Watch the entire video on how to get realtor business. Print out the script, memorize the script, show value. But look, D, I'm proud of you, girl. You're making lists. You're building a business. So by the end of the week, I want you to have that list written out. My guess is that list is going to be at least anywhere from 5, 10 to 15 people at the minimum's my guess. Remember, you have a friend who owns a home. They know a realtor.
Okay.
Okay. So you should be writing down everybody you know that owns a home. And then remember, I don't know if you own a home, but usually the relationship with the realtor is like a friendship relationship. There'll be no problem by putting you on that list. Make sense? All right, girl. You ready for this week?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go get them. Let's go. Report back in on Monday. Let me know how that list went.
I sure will. Thank you.
All right, girl. Go get them this week. All right. I'm going to wrap up. I am so excited about these goal setting Mondays. Remember, a goal without a plan is nothing more than a dream. If you're interested in becoming a loan signing agent, don't hesitate to click the link in the bio. I will see you guys next Monday at here. I believe in you, but I just can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Let's go. Have a blessed weekend. Bye, everybody.